Well, if you live in La Crosse, the odds are the assessed value of your house just went up.
The city says the average home increase was around 23%. News 8's Scott Behrens is here to explain what this means for homeowners.
The city says the last time houses were assessed were in 2008, and prices were around $125 to $150 per square foot. Now they're up to around $160 to $180 per square foot.
Changed dramatically over the last 10 years, partly because of construction inflation and contractor scarcity, and then just scarcity in the housing market.
It's been more than a decade since the value of single-family homes in La Crosse were assessed, and the city says that's a problem.
It's recommended that cities try to do this at least once every 5 years.
But Gilman says the city thinks it's found a solution.
The appraisers in the assessment department use a sophisticated software, and what they do is they look at as much detail as they can get on every house in terms of square footages, the type of construction it is, the layout, and then they determine what are comparables in the market.
The software makes it easier to evaluate housing prices.
Now that we have sophisticated software, we can keep up with it.
But not everyone is happy with the new valuation of their home.
I don't understand this huge jump.
Jeremiah Steiger says his home value increased by more than $30,000, and he's worried about higher taxes.
Everybody would like to put a little money away for their kids for college or their first car, or, things like that. But, when things like this happen, all the money that you've saved up in their accounts, you might have to use that to cover silliness like this.
But Gilman says just because your home value went up doesn't mean your taxes will.
Don't take your new value and multiply it by the old mill rate, because we're not going to have the old mill rate. The mill rate changes. If that value increases as a result of market increases, then it pushes the mill rate down.
Gilman also says if the city didn't release home values now, it would have come as an even bigger surprise when they did.
What we don't want to do is keep kicking the can down the road and keep falling farther and farther behind market, because then people will really get a shock someday if it's brought up to market.
Despite most homes increasing in value, some houses actually were devalued. Many houses in flood zones, for example, saw a 10 to 15% reduction in the value of their home.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. The city says if people think the valuation of their home is way off based on the interior of their home that assessors didn't see, they can always contact the city assessor's office and attend a board of review meeting on May 20th.